Welcome into the Dynasty Total Access. It's your boy Expert, and you know I got the homie Farquad with me. What's up, my dude?
Hey, let's fucking get it. Let's get it, guys.
Yeah,
Total
no doubt.
Access back,
Let's
baby.
get it. Total Access back. And this is a special episode of Total Access. There'll be no picks. This is just a Madden 17 recap show right here on the DML network. But you know Farquad and I not going to do this on our own.
No, sir.
We got a very special guest. We got the OG. He's not going to hold anything back. He's going to give it to you raw. It's the homie Chris Murray. What's up, my dude?
What's going on, man? What's going on? I know I had to jump on this special edition of Total Access, man. Like we said, we giving it to y'all straight, no chaser. Let's just get right into it, man.
Mr. What the fuck? Let's get it.
Let's get right into it. And let's start off where Dynasty started off as we got into 17. We had a little scandal in the Dynasty. There's a reason when you go on our Daddy Leagues page, we have an asterisk
That Barry Bonds.
as a banner in the Dynasty to start the Madden 17 year off. And of course, we couldn't do a show without mentioning the homie Ness. So first off, shout out to the homie Ness. You know he's our boy, and he's back in the Dynasty for Madden 18. So let's welcome Ness back. The only way that Farquad and Chris Murray know how to welcome him back. And let's roast him a little bit for the asterisk that's on the banner. First off, Farquad, what is going on with your boy Ness dragging himself through the mud to start Madden 17 off?
Look, bruh, for one, Ness is the homie. Big shout out to Ness, man.
Doubt.
He's the one who got me into Dynasty. I met him, for the first time this past year. That's the homie, man. But goddamn, bro, he was a co-commish at that. So he had co-commish powers, and he's gonna take it to the grave with him. He did not cheat, and I personally, with me, I believe him. I give him a hard time with the chat, but it did not look good on his end. When you're gonna cheat for one, okay, look, I'm a guy. I've done some shiny shit, and if I got powers like that, I'm gonna try to weasel my way and maybe try to finesse also. And he did it in a way I would finesse, and that's fucking with the not fucking with the overall attribute. He's fucking with the he was fucking with the like the skill sets, like as far as ball, not ball hawk, but it's like the spirals and all that other stuff. He was fucking with shit that people probably wouldn't even look under. But that was caught. He got the boot. I begged and begged for him to come back. After a whole Madden cycle later, pretty much damn near a whole match cycle later, he's back. I'm glad to see the homie back. But goddamn, bro, it didn't look good for you. But overall, man, honestly, I'm not even gonna roast you like that, man, because you're the homie. You brought me into this fantastic fucking league, and it's good to see you back. But goddamn, bro, that asterisk ain't going nowhere. That's just funny as hell, bro.
No, sir. It'll be like 4 or 5 rows of banners up.
I'm telling you,
that's the
bro,
first thing I'm gonna see every time I pull it up is that asterisk. OG, you've been in this league a long time, Chris Murray. What did you think when you saw Ness get the boot for cheating the Dynasty?
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I had the same reaction as everybody else, man. It was like, what the fuck is going on? Woke up to the chat, seen it, but a lot of people might have forgot. I remember posting a picture of the cornerback. I forget his Stephon Gilmore, I think that's his name. I remember just going through his team and looking at that cornerback. I'm like, why the fuck do he have a creative face? And then I'm just looking at his attributes. I'm like, hold up. It's not sitting too well with me. Like, I understand he's a lockdown corner, but whoa. But him being a original and the commissioner and the stand-up dude, you really look past it. But once I seen it in the chat, I was like, what's going on, man? Then once, we reached out to him, and like Farquad said, he's gonna take it with him to the grave, man. It was like, dude, come on, man. Like, there's no way that you're gonna sit here and try to hide this one, because is pretty much out there. I mean, but you know, I'm glad to see him back in the chat. I'm glad to see him back in the league. But it's just like, man, come on, it's just some shit you can't get away with. Like, and that was one of them. Like, I'm pretty sure that a couple dudes was, you know, wanting to say something, but then they didn't want to pretty much keep it under the rug because who he was, some type of dude he was.
Yeah.
But listen, man, that shit stood out like a sore thumb. Just looking at that cornerback alone. Then when you start going through the team and just seeing shit, it's like, oh, what the goddamn? How this player jumped from 1 year a turnaround having an overall of a 71 to a 80? So it's like, come on, man. It's not that much, man. But you know, like I said, I ain't gonna grind this back out. I'm just happy to see back. You know, but that was
a
crazy
mistake
shit,
is a
man.
lesson. A mistake is a lesson at the end of the day.
No doubt, no doubt.
But it was crazy, though, man. Like, I seen that shit, but I really didn't want to see it. Like, I seen the cornerback, man. I was like, hold up, what the? This guy, hold up. Damn, 90-something speed, 90-something man coverage. Whoa, what the? Didn't go to the trade. Come on. What he brought back? Deion Sanders? I don't even know who the hell I was looking at. I mean, I'm happy to see you back in the league, though, man. Bring that same competitive level with Madden 18, baby. I'm happy to see you back, man.
No doubt. And he's picking right at the bottom of the draft. Don't forget, Dynasty, team draft this Sunday. You better be ready because it's about to be fire. Listen.
Madden 18, baby.
Let's get it.
I cannot wait. So let's close the door on the Ness situation. It's over with. It's done with. The homie Ness is back. I promise you, new users in the Dynasty, do not sleep on that guy that calls himself I Am Ness. He will put up 60-plus points on you if you take him lightly. That's the type of user that he is. Glad that he's back. Glad he's back. Praying he does not come to my division. I don't want to see that dude twice a year. I had enough of that. Had enough of that in Madden 16. I couldn't stand that dude. But hey, welcome back, Ness. But let's talk about some other things that happened in the Dynasty this year.
Let's get it.
We got some users that got into their feelings at the end of Madden 17, right before we get to the draft at the end of High Stakes. So I know the homie is going to listen to the show because he still follows us. But the homie Matty Ice, I looked up one day and he was just kicked from every chat we own. He's telling the commish, boot me. I don't want to be in the Dynasty no more. All because of Mr. SJ himself. But we know SJ can get underneath your skin if you let him. That's just the type of guy SJ is. And the homie Matty Ice took his ball and went home forever. And now I see he's in another league that wishes they was the Dynasty, but we'll keep that league out of our mouths.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something. Y'all is chasing us, no doubt about it. When you look up, Dynasty is at the front of the race. You cannot catch us, though, because we're on a different level. But what happened with the homie Matty Ice?
Yo, big shout out to my brother Expert, man. I love this dude to fucking death, man. He's out here, hey. I love this guy. But all seriously though, honestly, I'm gonna say this because Matty Ice the homie. I hate the way you left, but I'm gonna say this right now before I get to my take with you. If this was love hate, motherfucker, I would dog you out right now. But it's not love hate right now. We're on Total Access, and I got some of the homies here, so I got to share some of this time, man. But yo, Matty, bro, you're, in my opinion, you're an OG. You know, you're one of the few OGs that we had left in Dynasty. Eventually, I think you'll come back into Dynasty, but the way you just bounced out of here was a slap in not only my face, I think in all the other OGs' faces also. And also the new users, because I mean, you know, you were running, you know, you were not co-commissioned, you were head commissioned, Blueprint, and motherfuckers kind of looked up to you, you know, as far as, you know, their shot to get into the league, you know, or to get to the big leagues, which is Dynasty. And the new users that were coming in the Dynasty were looking at you, you know, as, you know, someone legit, you know. I mean, they were coming to the league. You were, you know, you were 7-1, bro. You were in a solid position in the most important season, you know, this entire Madden cycle. So that's why I was frustrated. And when it came to a vote, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I voted you not to come back just because I was like, yo, you're my brother, bro. If just leave like that, you know, that's petty, and not even try to talk and think Dion has something against you or SJ has something against you. Like, come on, bro. You've been in this league long enough to know how, you know, how we work as far as the OGs at least, you know. So I was upset with that fact, and you need to sit in timeout for a bit before you can come back and get your shot. You'll be back, bro, with the brotherhood, but until then, you need to sit in timeout and think about the shit that you did, motherfucker, because you left like a little bitch, bro.
Crazy, man.
But you know, that's just my take on it, man. Mike Epps is a solid player. I hate the way he left, you know, but we'll see you back here soon, and soon enough, bro. We'll see you back here soon, man. I'm not gonna dog you.
No doubt. Stand up, dude. Just a really a good dude. Just enjoyed being in the same league with him. But just like Farquaad said, man, when you leave the way that he left, basically like slapping the rest of us in our face, that's what rubbed most of us the wrong way. And
don't come back with thicker skin too, man. Come back with thicker skin, bro.
There's a lot of dudes that still love the homie Matty Ice, but just don't respect the way that he left us.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris Murray, I know you got something to say about this.
See, the thing, man, about this right here was rubbing me the wrong way is I put my neck out for Matty, man.
Yeah.
You know, he pretty much was in the blueprint. We had a spot open for the Dynasty. He got booted from the Dynasty before. You know, he was in the DMs. Like, look, bro, I changed, blah, 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 blah. Can you vouch for me? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my neck out for you, man. So when I looked up in the chat and seen that he just walked away, first of all, get something straight. He was 7-1, high stakes season.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta shout out to KP, man. He's a good user, but you had a struggling. Now I ain't gonna say struggling because he was, you know, on vacay. You know, Lions teams, so that took them out the box. I mean, you know, you got a good Chicago's team, you got a good Giants team, so it's an even playing field right now. So for you to just walk away at 7-1 on the most important, I mean, let me get that straight, important season of all dynasty, high stakes. You 7-1, sit at the top of your conference. For you just to walk away and just say fuck it, then you didn't get booted. You asked to get booted.
Right.
Come on, man, that's some whole shit, man.
And like, he was on the media team.
Then the thing about it is you was sitting there, you know, you going hard in the blueprint, going hard in the dynasty, you pushing the brand. If you just to walk away, man, to me it was just a total disrespect, man. And me personally, if I was the commissioner, I got love for Matty, but it's like, bro, man, like I can't have you back in the league. Just simple as that. Like to me, it's no future in it, no nothing. Cause I'm a type of person, I hold people to their words, man. And when he gave me his word saying that he wasn't gonna mess up, I held him to that. So for him just to walk away, man, it didn't rub too well with me. But you know, I got love for Matty. He's a good dude, great user. He brought us to what we had here, you know, pushed us forward. So, you know, I still got love for him, but I just can't respect his decision, man. I can't respect it, man. It's just crazy.
No doubt. Respect the homie Matty Ice. But let's talk about another user that I know, at least on my end, I got no respect for. And it's that cheater Breezy. Let's talk about the tank commander himself.
Okay, listen. Can I please take lead on this one?
Chris Murray. Now listen, the OG Chris Murray and I have been on the same page with this cheating fruit cocktail Stretch Armstrong Award winner for a long time, and nobody else was on that same page. I know the homie Farquaad jumped on later on, but OG, talk to us about Breezy and what you think about him.
The tanker, the goddamn tanker. Listen, I keep telling guys, man, I only speak in the chat on shit when I know that is proof in the pudding in the straight facts. I'm not gonna sit here and go up allegations. The shit is straight facts. Breezy came into the league balling hard. I repeat, balling hard at a competitive level. The second season he was here, some shit was going on with his PS4. I don't know what was going on. He was hitting guys in the DM saying he was struggling with his offense. Total bullshit. Bullshit, man. I seen right through it. I played the guy 2 seasons straight. Every year I played him twice, so I knew already what type of user he was. And when I played him, I knew for a fact he was tanking. Some guys didn't want to believe it, but what did high stakes season show? Okay, some guys say, yeah, he plays some all right users. Nah, listen, when I played him in the high stakes season, that was a total different Breezy I was playing. When you watch him play against Hot Tub, KP, Expert, Dion, Lord, all top tier users, you seen how his game elevated then once he played against some okay users. Oh, my offense is struggling. Come the fuck on, man. I can't, like, Breezy. If I could just see you right now with the little swish bang, Breezy. I would ask you, how did you do it, man? Like, how did you do it? How did you thought you was gonna get away with that? That's why I think Breezy left me, man. But I'm gonna let you go ahead, Farquhar, and grind him up a little bit. But I knew the motherfucker was tanking, man. I seen through that shit, man.
Hey, bro, look, I'm always give people the benefit of the doubt for one. And like my man Expert said, you know, I kind of jumped on the train late, you know, because I make mistakes. I make many mistakes, you know, so I always look for the good in people and try to approach them. Even though I kind of see through the bullshit, I always try to approach them as like, yo, you know, let's do better. You know, let's convince people different. I tried to help him out. He came into the league. He was a force. Like, he came into the, that's very rare in the Dynasty to see new users come and take over a team, you know, in the middle of a season and make the playoffs. That's very rare. So that shows you, you're a pretty solid user. And for him, and just the way he navigated, I know he was a young guy, but the way he just navigated himself in the chat, the way he handled himself in the chat, it was just bad for him. He was pretty much just a bottom feeder as far as just social-wise in the chat. The moves he would make, you know, he was in a lot of people's DMs. Like I said, I tried to coach him up because I thought he genuinely needed help, you know, because in Dynasty, you know, in this league, you know, you have one good season, people are going to home in on that, and you know it's going to be a battle. But it was just fishy the way he just, all the excuses he made, and the whole internet, him not having internet thing. When he gave me his information, I logged in as him on mine and got in A-OK. It was just fishy from there. And then the way he came out and was starting to ball out in the most important season, his first high-stakes season also, it was a problem there. So that was my issue with it. But, you know, he left on some, and the way he left also was even worse. Like, he he lost the game and then went and left because of an issue that happened like a few days before. You know, it was off another user. It had nothing to do with him. He left, and so it just looked double bad on him. But I wish him the best, whatever he's got going on. I'm not gonna dog you, bro. You know, you're a young man. I honestly would hope to see you. I would like to see you come back into Dynasty.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no.
Just mature, bro.
That's gonna be a no. Yeah.
That's my take, Breezy. If you listen, bro, that's my take.
So my biggest thing is when you make a mistake, own up to it, and let's just move forward.
Correct. Because we're all grown men. We're all grown men.
Right. Well, there was 31 grown men, and then there was Breezy. So, and that's just the thing. Like, if you make a mistake, just own up to it, and let's take the punishment, and let's just move forward. Mm-hmm. But then, like you say, the way he left, and then to blame everybody else for the reason that he left, to blame it on, you know. First off, I'm gonna say this, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Like, I'm just trying to build up the commish here. But shout out to the homie Dion, because he always doing big things behind the scenes. But if any one of you motherfreakers think for 1 second that Dion gonna do anything to jeopardize what this league got going on, you might as well just bounce from the chat right now. Find a different league to join. There's plenty of other garbage leagues out there you can join and not be a part of the greatest PS4 sim league that's out there right now. Because I promise you this, Dion done worked his tail off too hard to get where we at. To throw that away for some nonsense like Breezy talking about. Right. That's what irritated me the most about Breezy. Right. And then when I talked to him after he left, he blamed everybody but himself.
So, it was Dion's
fault.
Young.
It was Garza's fault. It was Matty Ice's fault. It's SJ's fault. It's everybody's fault but Breezy. I got no respect for that kind of dude. But we've spent enough time on Breezy. Let's move on to another OG that got the boot this year.
Oh God!
For pulling the plug.
Ooh, plug puller.
Strong, bro.
Listen, pull out game on a whole different level. Let's talk about the homie Gil Garza. Now, first off, we have to reiterate that at no point did Garza get the boot for the plug pull that he did against the co-commish. But it was a pattern of just fishy things that just didn't look right. First, we have other commissions calling him out for the tournament that he pulled the plug in or didn't pull the plug in. These are this is alleged. And then we had a preseason game. I believe it was against the homie Tazzarelli.
It was.
And then all of a sudden, you getting beat by the co-commish and the game messes up. Listen, we got to be able to trust you in the dynasty.
Right.
I know we've said the word brotherhood multiple times on this show already, and that's truly what it is. Like, we got to look out for each other. And when you're doing shady stuff like that, we just got to move on from you. But, Farquad, what did you think? I know when we was in the media chat, and the homie Tone came to us and was like, yo, something don't look right. And then all of a sudden the investigation began. What did you think?
It's big shout out to the commish and the co-commissions that run this league, because I'm behind the scenes. There's a lot of other guys that aren't. There's the media team that's behind the scenes, and we see everything that happens. This process, the ones that are thinking that, or that think that this process of, as far as removing Garza was some sort of, agenda, it was not. It was very fair. It was the co-commish. He came into the media chat and said, "Hey, is this correct?" He thought it was funky the way. And we went back and ran the scenario. We ran the same scenario that happened with them, and I even went back and looked at all his past disconnects, and he never had a disconnect that said, as far as that what we've seen, even in League Crawler that said the peer has lost connect. It was never those connections. It was the connection that says you booted from the PS4 software or whatever. Right. That it was always that long big ass paragraph that you got. So it sucks that let's say he's telling the truth. It sucks, if he's telling the truth, but it looks fishy, and a few times you never provided proof. And me, I'm gonna just speak on me. I hate to lose. So if I would stoop low and try to go as far as pulling the plug and getting away with it, if I get away with it the first time, I'm gonna pull it as much as I can before somebody calls me out on my bullshit. That's how being pathological works. But that's just my take on it. It sucks. And again, Garza is another user that I want to see back in the league also. You just got to stop pulling the plug, bro. That's just my take. Pull out game super strong. But I hope to see you back in the league. You're an OG. You've been with us for a very long time. If you're listening, I wish you the best. I hope to see you back here. But it sucks, but it looks suspect to us. Especially, I'm gonna say, it looks suspect. It looks suspect as fuck to me, bro. That's my take.
Yeah, I did, no doubt. I mean, and Chris Murray. I mean, this is a guy that's been around for a long time with us. That's seen where we came from, seen where we going. I mean, that just kind of makes it even worse to me to know that you in part of a league that's got big things going and you still doing stuff like that. I mean, that's just my opinion, but. The OG, I got a question. We lost a user that I think was probably the most animated user we've ever had in the Dynasty. I'm going to say most animated.
Yeah.
Look, he was entertaining to me. Like, even though, like, sometimes he would irritate me with some of the things he would say, some of the nonsense about, he took a picture of these 4, girls in Vegas, and he knows these girls. Come on. I mean, some of that stuff was just out the box with me. But dude had funny shows. He was the so-called king of commentary. But Chris Murray, what did you think when we lost HBO?
HBO, man. HBO, very entertaining guy, man. Very entertaining guy. You know, I think, man, the chat was too hard on him, man. Like, he couldn't hang with us, man. We was some wolves in there. I think, man, once he finally started getting into that winning rhythm, and I don't know what happened with that game, but that game must have meant the world to him because that just made him rage quit. And fuck the chat. He was killing his lead. I guess now that made him reintegrate his lead. Now he want to keep that going into Madden 18. The guy just started. He just was stressed out, man. But this right here, this is something right here just to show you, man, that, you know, the Dynasty, man, is not made for everybody, man. We just talking about not one, not two, but multiple users that got removed from the Dynasty. And that's crazy because that does not even complete the list. Like, we have a crazy list of users that have been here, that just got removed. But it's just crazy, man. He couldn't hang in my book. You know, one thing that set wrong with me, man, was what the fuck he was doing every year with his trades. I remember one year he signed an old ass Julio Jones. Julio Jones had, like, I believe, like an 82 speed or something like that. He had him at the starting wide receiver position. I don't know what he thought was he was going to do with that, but, you know, the guy was making all the wrong moves. So when he finally got stuff into play, and, you know, he was winning, and then just to have that game disconnect, that must have meant everything to him, man. And, you know, that practice was like, fuck it, man, I'm done with the Dynasty, man. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. If you don't want to be part of something special, then see you, man. You know, we leveling up, man. We ain't got time for the stragglers, man. It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
No doubt, no doubt. Okay, man, we got to talk about the complete domination of the Dynasty for Madden 17.
Yeah.
Listen, I know this is a sore spot for my co-host, Mr. Farquaad, and for myself. But we've had two teams, minus the asterisks that we got to start Madden 17, that have hung banners every single season. Although we will have a new Super Bowl champion this year because the homie KP got beat by the real KP.
The world KP. The battle with the KP.
Let's not pull no punches. Look, the homie KP from the Lions, dude's got banners in the ceiling. He's legit. Like, he'll be KP forever for me. But he got beat this year, so we'll have a new champion. But let's talk about the Lions and the Broncos always hanging banners. How does that sit with you, Farquaad?
Bro, for one, as far as Hot Tub's a beast fucking user. He does not make any trades with no one. He just goes out there and plays cutthroat fucking football and wins and dominates the AFC. I don't think no team in the AFC has beat him. I don't think this entire Madden cycle. If I'm not mistaken, maybe one, if at maximum, one AFC team has beaten this guy since he's been in this Madden cycle with us, Madden 17 cycle. KP on the so shout out to Hot Tub and the Broncos. The guy's a beast. KP on the other end. Well, I'm not gonna. He's a great user also. Great user. But KP Donald Trump, a lot of motherfuckers in the chat, bro, when it comes to trade time. KP cycles out these players that has big contracts, dude. Like, oh my God, man. KP gets a lot of help. How do you win the Super Bowl one year and get a top 10 pick, top 5 pick, top 3 pick?
Two top picks.
Bro, how do you... He does this constantly, man. And that's why KP makes his way up in a tough NFC. Because the NFC is tough in the Dynasty. Yeah. I will say that.
No doubt.
The NFC is tough. And for you to come up the way you do, big shout out to your user skills. But also, you had a lot of help from them bottom feeders down there, feeding you their top draft picks, and you just throwing away players that you ain't got to sign, still on rookie contracts, injury prone. You feeding some bottom feeders that don't know how to play this fucking game, bro. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for you. So shout out to KP, Donald Trump and motherfuckers, man. That's how I feel, though. But the domination, though, shout out to Hot Tub. The Broncos, he just came and just wreaked havoc from the moment, the second he stepped into the league. Big shouts out to KP. Great use as well. The domination is crazy. We even we had guys that was sucking these motherfuckers' dicks, talking about like they're just too good, and it's just the just integrity, not integrity, just the competition level. People just bowed down to these guys at one point, which is bullshit. So, big shouts out to those two, man. Great, they had a great Madden 17 cycle. Let's go into Madden 18 and make sure these motherfuckers don't see the playoffs, man. Let's get it, guys.
Listen, man. First of all, one of them motherfuckers that's been hanging banners is from our division. That's one. Two, the Madden 17 season started off with me having all these first round picks. But they had a new Broncos user, Hot Tub. Who the fuck is Hot Tub? Like this guy. Yo, man, you want to play for my picks back? I'm like, nah, like they mine. Fuck that. You know, I see you when I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Playing? I'm like, all right, cool. We all right, user. Came out the next game, hold the fuck up. Dang, who the fuck is this guy? Then he posted a little hot tub thing inside the chat. I'm like, okay. Then from that moment on, he just was wreaking fucking havoc. He's an excellent user, but I'll never bow down and never say that I'm never gonna come out and be competitive against this motherfucker. But I don't know what the fuck he got going on over there. I don't know if he got the spy gate. I don't know what he doing, man, but the guy flat out haven't made any trades and just been total dominating the league. But on the other hand, his kryptonite KP, shout out to him. You know, he was doing good things also. But come on, KP, I don't know what the fuck you feed these guys in their DM. I don't know what you feed them. But for you to get 2 top 10 picks after winning the Super Bowl, that's bullshit, man. It's flat out. I don't know what the fuck them guys were smoking. You sending them a D tackle with a large contract, dumping them off to them, and they thinking that they winning. No, you're not winning, dickhead. You're gonna be stuck with the contract. So you're not winning.
Right.
You got a 92 overall player, but you're not winning, my man. So with that being said, all users, I repeat, all users, please tighten up on your GM skills. Please.
Yeah.
Tighten up on your GM skills. It don't matter if you have a team with a 92 overall team ranking. Please, if your GM skills suck, you will continue to get raped in the dynasty because we had some guys out here, they got their lube ready for y'all asses. So please, tighten up on your goddamn GM skills. But shout out to them 2 users, man. They've been flat out completely dominating the dynasty, man. Like, and it's fucked up to say that, but you know, I think Madden 18, baby, we got some things in store, man. That defense, baby, is coming back, baby. It's coming back.
It is back. Madden 18 will be different. A lot of things users do in Madden 17 not going to carry over. But you cannot fault the 2 guys that have hung banners. They have just been so dominant in the dynasty. But I got a feeling we're going to see a new banner this year. I don't want to jinx anybody. I don't want to put nobody's name out there. But we got some top tier guys on both sides that are hungry to hang a banner in a high stakes season. But
watch it, fellas. Yeah, please don't choke. Ooh, don't choke.
Don't choke, because that will be the topic of a show coming up. Y'all be on the lookout for that. And speaking of other shows, let's talk about where the dynasty started from at the beginning of Madden 17 and where we're at now. If you guys are new to the dynasty or you just now subscribed to our YouTube channel, we have come a very, very, very long way. I listened to some of the early shows dating all the way back to the high stakes draft coming into Madden 17. And we had a guy that ran that show by the name of Snags, that at that time was cutting edge for us in the dynasty. I mean, that was something we never thought we would see when we had a draft show like that. I mean, back then, to me, it looked good. It looked clean. It looked like we were coming around the corner. But now, you listen, guys. Y'all better pay attention to this draft on Sunday. The homie Dion got some things ready to go. This is going to look night and day from where we started from. So I want to just throw a couple names out there, some big shout outs to a couple people, because when Madden 17 first started, your boy Expert was nowhere near part of the media team, didn't really care about all that, didn't think we was going in that direction. But first off, let me just say the first guy that really took me to that level of jumping on this media team is the homie Farquaad. When he started doing Love Hate, now, if you haven't listened to Love Hate, you need to go back and just pick a random episode. Just pick a random one, dude. Just pick one. Like, if you ain't laughing through the whole episode, something wrong with you. But I see guys like the homie Farquaad have Love Hate. You saw guys now like Tazzarelli that got the Hurt Locker. I mean, we see guys that have just stepped up. The homie Dion with graphics he got going on. We just got so many producers that are helping out. Taz doing the producer thing. I mean, the OG Chris Murray with Walk the Line. I mean, that was the show to watch. Like, that was the inspiration for Total Access was Walk the Line. And I know the homie OG was upset when we took Total Access and pushed it forward because it basically is Walk the Line with just Expert and Farquaad. But listen, it's those guys like that that have taken us from just being another league on the PS4 to being that league that everybody wants to be. There's no doubt about it. I promise you at the beginning of 17, Rex from EA doesn't know what the Dynasty is. Not one bit. But I promise you right now, if Rex had to name the top 4 or 5 leagues in the PS division, I promise you Dynasty is coming out his mouth 1 or 2. No doubt about it. Farquaad, what do you remember about when you first started Love Hate to where we are right now?
I'll never forget Dion. When Dion first came to me, he actually came to my DM and was like, hey, would you want to get on the show? And this is when I heard Flair. This is actually when I first came back to the league. I heard Flair. At this point, Flair was pretty big on the DML network with his show. What was it? Late Night with the Champ. Yeah, mm-hmm. I heard that, and I saw some other stuff that they had going on, and I was like, yeah, I would. I was a little hesitant, but I'm just a natural shit talker anyway. And this Dion giving me the platform to talk my shit. This was wonderful, and I was a little unsure, but seeing from the first show to right now in this particular segment, man, like you said, this is night and day. When Dion first gave me the vision, like I saw his vision as soon as he asked me about, asked me to jump on the show or have my own show, talk about what I want to talk about. And the way he explained to me, I was like, I see exactly where the fuck you're going, Dion. I see exactly. So that's what had me putting out shows daily, putting out shows. And, then everyone started to jump on board, and we became like the modern day fucking ESPN of Madden. Like,
no
at that
doubt.
point.
No doubt.
And when the wheels started turning there, that's when I was like, man, we've got it. This is it right here. This is what Dion envisioned. This is what I envisioned when Dion presented it to me. So I'm very proud of us as a league. With the put up where we are.
Dynasty, man.
Yeah, exactly.
No
that's what we're building, a dynasty. We're building a dynasty. I'm very proud of us, what we've done from then to now, and we're still rising. We still got so much more shit you guys have no idea about. Just get ready, man. Because Madden 18 is going to be a fun fucking ride, man. That's all I got to say, man. You guys get ready.
That's it. And guys, listen. We have a special segment of this show. I got to introduce one of the top dudes that we could ever be associated with that's got to get in and talk about where the Dynasty was and where it is going. Let me introduce none other than the head commish. It's the homie, Nasty Noob.
What's going on, Dynasty?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, in the building.
I just want to jump in on this part, man, because when I did reach out to Lord during this time, it was probably a very low point in my whole CFM, I guess, existence, because I knew what we were trying to do. A lot of people weren't buying into it, so I know Lord was kind of hyped. So I reached out to him in his DM. Hey, do you want to do a show? Because I thought it would be something, very interesting. My initial thought was for him to get on camera and do it, but he decided to stay off camera. He started putting out shows that was, pretty funny and getting the league, kind of motivated. But then it kind of fell off because I believe that even he started to see that, you know, we were putting out this content, but other users in the league still weren't buying in. So even after that, I started to get a little, you know, disenfranchised and started to, is this really worth it? And then a little bit later on, Expert came to the table, and I think that was kind of where, you know, things started to kind of turn, because we had the guys doing the show, but it took a little bit something else to start pushing this train forward. And I think when Total Access started off, I think that's kind of what did it. At first, I was kind of skeptical because I know how these shows go. People will be kind of excited at first. They'll do maybe 1 or 2 shows, but can they grind it out? And I will say you guys grinded out, and you guys kept going. And even when I was tired and I didn't want to get up and record a show, you guys would hit me up. Hey, we're doing a show at 5. Even though I was tired coming home from work, I said, I got to do it because I know we got to keep this thing going. So I'm very happy, man. And I thank you guys all the time, man, because, you know, without you guys and believing in what in the vision that I have for the league and that really came from Snags, I'll give him that credit. We wouldn't be where we are now, and I see big things coming for us in Madden 18, man. I want to thank Chris. You know, Chris rolled with me, Ness rolled with me in the beginning. Taz, you know, we were doing those. I listen to them now. It's kind of cornball shows. The sound quality was horrible. The graphics were horrible. But we were working. We were working trying to get it out, man, and try to get everybody to buy in. So I'm proud of that, man. And once again, man, I always like to thank guys that take time out of their day when they don't have to, away from their families, you know, outside of the game, and give the league their time, man, to put out these shows, man. So just wanted to jump on and say that, man. And
no doubt.
Once again, just thank you again, man.
Man, shout out to the head commish, Nasty Noob, jumping on. Always love to hear the dude where his vision was. And guys, listen, like Farquhar said, we got a lot of stuff in the works. Mm-hmm. We about to jump into Madden 18. OG Chris Murray, I know you are so excited that Madden 17 is over. It's done with. We about to jump into Madden 18, and you are super excited. But what are you most excited to see as we go into 18, Chris?
That motherfucking defense. Defense, baby. Defense. They bringing back. I know it ain't gonna be perfect, so I ain't gonna get that too excited, but just to hear about, man, they letting cornerbacks play how cornerbacks is supposed to play, baby. No more of that 5'11", little ass, speedy receiver going down the field and mossing a 6'3", 6'4" cornerback.
Yeah.
Listen, I know I had issues with it. You know, I know a lot of other users had issues with it, but man, the struggle was real, man. But you know, that competitive drive still makes you want to come out and compete. And that's what separates you from the other guys, man. And seeing guys here in the Dynasty, man, this year, new guys, old guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing how people want to adjust their game, man, because playing zone, baby, ooh, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited, man. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Like I said, man, like that defense. That's the one thing I'm excited about. You know, I'm a little excited about the quarterback targeting passing. You can place the ball where you want to actually go at. Because I know my games, man, you try to throw an outside route, the fucking quarterback throws the ball 10 yards out of bounds. So, you know, I'm just excited. But the number one thing is, man, the defense, man. Like, I'm pumped. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to bring that smash mouth defensive playback to whatever team I selected, man, 18, man.
No doubt. I know Farquhar, besides getting out of Buffalo, besides no longer being in that horrible Buffalo Bill program, what are you most excited about for Madden 18?
Buffalo has been real, man. I've been with you guys for 2 Madden cycles, 16 and 17, man. Farquhar is done with you. I think what you guys brought me to the city, you know, city treated me well, but, you know, I'm tired of the cold. But I think I'm really excited. I'm more excited for the new. I always love the shakeup, especially with this beautiful system Dion implemented as far as high stakes season. I like to see the shakeups, man. As far as the division, new rivalries, new matchups. You know, it's always fun because you play. You know, a lot of these guys we've been playing together for the last 2-3 years. So you know, a lot of guys have been used to each other. You know, playing each other for a whole cycle. We're going into a whole nother Madden now with new division mates. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm more excited. And this team draft is going to show that. And that's going to have a lot of impact on who these guys pick also.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't want to see each other. I'll tell you what, I don't want to see a lot of these guys in my division. So I'm going to pick accordingly. So that's the beautiful thing about this beautiful high-stakes season, the most important season in Madden. I'm really excited as far as just the new matchups and new division mates and how this shit's gonna work, man. Because we start from square one when this madness, when season 1 drops, we start from square one. So I'm really excited about see who my new division mates are gonna be going into Madden 18. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, no doubt. So Chris Murray and Farquaad talk about new teams, new matchups. Defense is back, target passing is back. But guys, probably the most exciting thing for me is to see where the Dynasty is going to go in Madden 18. I mean, we've taken so many steps forward from Madden 16 to Madden 17, and we just going to keep on trucking into Madden 18. I'm going to say this. I know EA Play coming up next year is going to be an event you probably don't want to miss. Now, some of us are going to bring our significant others. But listen, guys, if you are single, if you like to go out and have a good time, it's about to go down at EA Play.
Baby.
Listen, Dynasty will be represented very well. I know the homie Farquaad's going to be there. Your boy Expert is coming. I can't wait. I know Dion will be back. The commissions will be back. But the biggest thing for me going into Madden 18, guys, is let's just remember we are in this together as a group. 32 users with the same goal in mind. Yes, we're all trying to put banners in the ceiling. That's the most important thing. I understand that when it comes to playing this game. But let's take Dynasty to another level that nobody saw coming. We got some things in the works that I don't think we've really put out in the main chat. That's going to surprise some people, not just in the Madden world, but in the entire EA world. We may open some eyes that people don't expect from a franchise like this.
Yes, sir.
From a Dynasty perspective. But y'all be on the lookout for that. But that's the most exciting thing to me, is just to see where we can take this. But that is the Madden 17 recap show. Don't forget high stakes draft this Sunday. Be ready. I got an all-star panel. The homie Chris Murray will be there. Farquaad.
You already know.
The Black Adam Schefter, homie Andre, KKA H-Speed, will be in the building, hosted by your boy Expert. It's going to be on fire. Who goes 1 through 32? It's going to be a crazy, crazy show. You do not want to miss it. But I want to give a shout out to the Commish Nasty Noob for producing the show, jumping on. Big shout out to the OG Chris Murray. Man, I just love it when I get to do shows with some of y'all guys that I don't get to do on a regular basis. I appreciate it. And of course, big shout out to my brother Farquaad. Always a pleasure. Be on the lookout. Total access with your picks. Who wins, who loses. Coming in Madden 18. We not stopping. The grind is real. 365 days. Y'all be ready for that. But it's total access. Man, can't wait to see y'all in 18. It's your boy Expert, and we out.